I've got OBS open over top of the YouTube window, but I totally can see ads playing on my channel, and I'm letting them play all the way. I think that's kind of funny. I should have looked at that. This one chick. I don't really follow. It says I follow one channel on Twitch, and that's Rob Z, and he's dead. But recommended channels, I've got this chick. I guess her name's Jen. Um, that I guess she's got 534 people watching her right now, but she's pretty cute, and that's why I like have watched her channel a few times. Um, but it was the same one I was talking about. That um, I went there the first time, and I was like, damn, like she's really dolling it up, man. Like she had like the short skirt and the fucking thigh highs and the fucking heels and like all kind of shit. Like looked hot. And then I went back there like two or three more times. And this is all in like the last couple weeks. And she was just wearing a Spider-Man fucking costume, like without the mask. Oh, and she does ASMR. I don't. I still have never figured out, and I refuse to Google it, what the fuck that stands for. But it's pretty much like they just make noises into the microphone. So she's like rubbing it, like she has two microphones, one on either side of her. It's like some kind of weird porno. And she's just like rubbing the fucking microphone like she's like giving it a hand job and shit. Like it's, I don't know, it's pretty weird. Like the first time I was like, okay, I mean, I guess I could see. Like, you get a pretty girl to watch. Like, I guess I could see. Like, I don't think I've ever heard her talk. But she does a lot of rubbing on the microphone. Looks like she's playing with the tip. Um, yeah, but it was weird because the first time it was like cute chick. I mean, she's still cute, but like when you see her in a Spider-Man uniform, you're like, what the fuck? Like she even had the gloves on and shit. She had everything on, but the well, I usually well, whatever. Um, um, when I was at work today, my boss just kept giving me shit to do. Like I had my normal job to do, and then she was just stacking on more shit left and right. And like at one point, she was like, and I did this the fuck up, man. She wanted me to go in the back and get a table and bring it up front, get a tablecloth, which is funny. She told me to go next door and buy a tablecloth and then bring the receipt and then I can get refunded for it. But I found tablecloths like on one of our aisles. Like I went looking for them and I couldn't find them and I was like, fuck, I gotta go next door. And I just went outside and smoked too. So it could have went next door already, but and then I knew I'd be tempted to go outside and smoke again when I don't know. I'm pretty damn strict with myself. when I'm at work. Like, I barely ever talk to people. I talk to customers, no problem. But like other coworkers, I barely ever fucking talk to them. I talked to this one chick at work, um, not the one that fucked me over, but this other chick who didn't fuck me over. As a matter of fact, I let her hit my vape pen a few times today. Caught her all fucking high. Um, and I know she likes to talk shit behind people's back, but to my knowledge, she hasn't done it to me. As a matter of fact, she actually talked very positive about me. Her and Kirsty. Um, which is pretty much why I'm back at that job. Um, and then the other dude that I hooked up um, today, we only got so many of these. I got it right over here. Blackened chickens in, and I knew I was off tomorrow, so I was like, man, I need like some extra food because I knew I had 4 hot dogs. I got 5 hot dog buns. 5. So like I'm good technically on food, but like I don't want to just be eating hot dogs. So I got this blackened chicken, but I hooked him up with the same thing. And like we only had one by the time all of this was over. This dude usually buys 2. Well, there's 2 chicken breasts in there. So he'll buy 2 containers, so he'll get 4 breasts. But I know I've said it 1,000 times, but it does not get old. Well, I got a whole bag. Well, this was a bag that I found in my truck. I filled up my pockets with mustard, ketchup, and mayo. Because it's free. So I was like, fuck it. Like, let me grab, I think I grabbed like 7 mustard and ketchup, and I grabbed like 2 or 3 mayo. With the whole intention of I'm just gonna come up with weird concoctions. I think I'm gonna do the ketchup mayo thing, like where you, I don't know. Have you ever tried like in the '90s? I remember going. We used to go to Burger King all the time. Well, we'd go to Sheetz all the time too, but that wasn't like a go in, sit down kind of fucking place. It was like a go in, get your food, go out to your truck and eat it in your truck, or when you get home kind of fucking place. But like Burger King was our thing. Like we would every once in a while we'd go to like we would Taco Bell. That was always that like it's late at night, it's gonna close soon, and someone's making a run to Taco Bell at a party where everybody's been drinking. Fuck yeah, give me 8 tacos. Like that was like Taco Bell for us. I think I do here, but like when I lived there, I think I went to Taco Bell maybe like 2 or 3 times in the daytime. Actually, I got Taco Bell way more times than I've ever been to Taco Bell when I lived there. Because someone was always at a party and they weren't drinking, but they got hungry and they were like, fuck it, I'm going to Taco Bell. And it's like, fuck yeah. Well, that was back in the day when tacos were 59 cents. So you could say, like, grab me 7, and you only gotta, like, throw down, like, $4. Or, like, $5, you know, like, add a little in there for the driver. That was the shit back in the day. Now those goddamn tacos are like over $2. I think they were $2.12 the last time I got them, and that was months ago. Same fucking tacos. Probably a little bit less ingredients in the taco. Oh, but the Burger King, we used to go in there all the time. Oh my god. One of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my entire life happened at the Burger King. One of the times we would go there. Because usually it was like me, Liebert, and Paula that were going there. But this time, I think Bob was there too. But I was there with Dan. And Dan, like, if you remember any of my stories about Dan, like when we went to, wasn't Lollapalooza, I can't remember. It's one of those, um, fuck, like total brain fart. I don't know. It's a singing event with multiple bands. Um, the no, it wasn't the Warp Tour. Whatever, doesn't matter. I remember like, okay, maybe I don't. Fuck, what the hell is their fucking name? There was a bunch of bands there. I'm pretty sure Limp Bizkit was there too. Um, and I'm trying to. It's not fucking Creed. Um, the band I'm trying to think of is like one of my Creep. Remember that song Creep? It's the band that does that. Which that's a great fucking song, man. Like I'm pretty sure, like it was like on Beavis and Butthead or something like that, and I heard that song and I was like, oh, this is like one of my new favorite fucking songs. I cannot come up with their fucking name. I swear it's a one-word name though. But they were there, and they played Creep, and they also played it was on their newer album. Well, at the time, newer album. Um, oh, I think it's called Picture. Could you take a picture? Um, yeah, could you take a picture? Because I won't remember. Which is funny because I have the memory of a goldfish, so no wonder that kind of resonated with me. Um, fuck, why can I not? I have their CD in my room because I refuse to throw my CDs away. I don't even know if I have it. I don't even think I have a CD player. Well, my Xbox will play CDs, I'm sure. And my PlayStation probably will. Oh, my computer. Yeah, I got a Blu-ray um, dealy. That should play CDs. But a lot of my CDs, like I've had them for so fucking long, and they've been in and out of my truck for like so many times that like they delaminated on the important side. Like I don't care about reading the fucking label. I'm like was I haven't I haven't used a CD in like the longest fucking time. Well, I'm the same way with my games, but I haven't used ever since I got Xbox. I got Game Pass, so I don't need any discs. Um, but I was always very meticulous about putting things back in the correct, thing. So like a CD, I always wanted that CD to go back into that CD case. And I'm the same way with my game, or was when I did games in a disc form. Um, but I was always like that. Like, I had so many friends that it would be like they were listening to Dave Matthews, and now it's in an AC/DC CD case. And like AC/DC is now in like Limp Bizkit and like shit like that. I could never do that shit. Like I always had to like put it back. And I'm not, except for at work, I'm not like OCD. Well, I guess in that case I would be. I don't know. It was the same way like when I had my work truck. I always put everything, like even like well, not just the work truck that I had, because I was pretty meticulous about where everything fucking went in that one. Mainly because I only had so much space. So I'd like maximize, like, this can go here because it's big, and then like these smaller things can go in front of it, like shit like that. But when I was driving a van, holy fuck, Pringle was way worse than me, and way better than me, because if you looked in my van, like at any normal fucking day, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, did he just like take hard corners and shit was falling off the shelves into the fucking center? Like, there was just shit everywhere. But you asked me where anything, you need a toilet flapper? I could like reach right in, bam, here's your toilet flapper. Like, you need a fill valve? Bam, fill valve. Like I knew where everything was, as messed up as my truck looked. But Pringle, holy shit. Like, mine would get like a layer or two deep in the center. Like, I had the shelving on the sides, and they would be full of shit. And it would get like a layer or two deep in the center. Pringle would let that shit get like 6 layers deep in the center. But he would, you ask him where anything is. Like, I needed a filter dryer. Bam. He would just pop that sucker right out, like, immediately. Like, he knew where everything was. And then he would have, like, a couple ladders tossed on top of all of these fucking parts that were just strewn out all over his fucking van. But once I got my pickup truck, that's when shit changed. Like, that's when I stopped being messy. Like, the biggest mess that I would have, which I would usually clean up at the end of every day, would be, and I still have this fucking habit in my personal truck, only I don't clean it up every day, and it is a fucking mess, is whenever I would have any kind of garbage, I would just throw it on the passenger floorboard, because I almost never had a passenger in my vehicle. And if I did, I would clean out my vehicle, the passenger side. I usually had shit, like parts, on the passenger seat. I didn't on the floorboards. And that was my garbage can. Like, anything that I had, like, I just got a sandwich and I'm done with it. Like, crinkle up the wrapper, toss it on the fucking floorboards. But every night, and because, well, I was salary, but I was getting paid, I would go back to the office. I would make it a habit to do it like 15 minutes early. And I would always clean out my truck. Because we had a dumpster right there. You just open up your fucking door and like grab all the shit that's on the fucking floorboards that you accumulated all day and throw it away. That way it's clean for the next day when you start working. That way you can just start throwing shit onto the fucking floorboard and, clutter it up so you can get rid of it at the end of the next day. And then the same thing with the bed of the truck. I would make sure there was no garbage in the bed. I tried to open all of my containers at the office, because like it was technically baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, which is like your alkalinity up. It would come in a paper bag, but I always put it into a bucket, because I kept so many fucking buckets. Like, I have so many fucking buckets still. Well, no, I guess I'm down a bunch. But I used to have, like, unlimited supply. And a lot of them were chlorine buckets, which they're always like, you can't use that for growing. Yeah, you can. Like, you bring that bitch home, you fill it up with water, and you let it sit out in the sun until there's algae growing on the inside, and you dump it out, and then you spray it out and get rid of all the algae. Poof. You can use it. I've done it 100 times. But I used to save all of my buckets. Like, I'm not even joking. I had like two 10-foot tall stacks of 5-gallon buckets. That was just my reserve. And I was still having extra buckets every single day. Like, that was just the shit that I had in my little shed that I had. I just kept stacking them up until like they were two 10 feet tall stacks. And then they just stayed there with like a separate stack just for all the fucking lids. Because you gotta have a fucking lid for your fucking bucket. And they were the greatest buckets. They were the screw-on lids. There was a bunch of them that had like the peel-off lids. I didn't like those, but I saved all of the screw-on lids because they had a little like clicker. I don't know what the hell. Well, it's a locking mechanism. So like every, you know, turn of the lid, it would just be clicking. Like, I don't know, it probably had like 200 clicks the whole way around the top of the bucket lid. So when you put it on, it was just like click, 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 as you were like turning the lid. But those were the best buckets. I saved a shitload of the other ones, but I didn't save the lids. I didn't like the peel off lids. But I used a lot of those buckets so much that the lids ended up breaking because they were out, like, because they were in the bed of my pickup truck, and they were out in the sun so fucking long that eventually the plastic would get weak and the lid would break, and then I gotta go throw that fucking either lid away or the entire bucket away and go get another one. But yeah, I had that work truck dialed. Like, not if you need a ride. Although, we get, we get a lot of foreign kids that come here for the summer. Because the summer's the busy season, and that's when everybody needs workers, and we, technically, I guess we don't have enough. So, like, my job contracts with some company, I have no clue who they are. But they'll bring in like different foreign kids. So like like the other year with fuck, I can never remember her name. I can't even remember his name right now. But they were from Colombia, and that summer, like we had a bunch of kids from Colombia that came and worked. Um, what the fuck? Oh, I guess I missed last year. Um, but anyway, whatever. Like a bunch of different countries. Like there's a bunch of different Asian countries. So you'll just like have Thai people working with you, or you'll have Chinese people working with you, or whatever. Um, but anyway, when I had this job and I was driving my company truck, I made it a habit. Oh, so they usually have a bike. So, I mean, obviously, what are they going to do? Rent a car? Like, why would you even do that? Like, you're within biking distance anyways. They'll just, like, either rent a bike or they'll buy a bike for the summer, and then they'll sell it before they leave. And, but usually they have a bike. But every once in a while, I'd be driving down the road, and like, a lot of the foreign girls that would come were fucking hot as shit, man. And I would see some of these walking. I would just pull right over and, like, just pick them up. Just be like, hey, man, you want to ride? Like, where are you going? Are you going to Wings? All right, fuck it. And I'd just take them there. Like, I wasn't trying to get any action or anything like that. I was just, like, genuinely trying to be a nice guy. just like just like the story I was telling the other day about that one. What the fuck did I call her? It had to have been like freshman 15. But she would come into the pizza shop and order. Actually, no, it was usually a white pizza. So, like a margarita type. Or, well, no, that's an oil based. No, I think it was a white pizza. I guess it would have tomatoes already on it. And then she would order more ingredients, like chicken, spinach. I want to say there was something else. But I always, like, retop it with cheese and then throw it back in the oven. That way, I don't know. That's what I would expect from a pizza joint. So that's what they always told us. Make a pizza the way you would want to buy a pizza. So I did. I hooked people the fuck up. But this chick, sorry, I'm just reiterating this story just because I find such amusement. It's mainly the time of my life, like what was going on at the time. Well, it's actually just before this story, technically. Oh, thanks, Susie. I will. Actually, I'll do it right now. Happy birthday, girlies. You're a day older. Little cutie. Oh, but this chick, I would hook her up so much with all the toppings. Cause so she would get chicken. I would make like 2 layers of chicken all over as much of the surface as I could do. And then the spinach, I would do like a good amount of spinach on top and then throw cheese on there. Oh, but my point was, I said that I was. Well, she would always come in, so it's not my fault. But I said that because she comes in so often, by the time she leaves at the end of the summer, she's gonna be like at least gain 15 pounds. And she was smoking hot the first time I ever saw her. I mean, she was still smoking hot the last time I saw her, but she did gain that 15 pounds. At least 15 pounds. But when I was driving around and I would pick up it was usually a foreign girl. I don't know why like the guys always seem to have a bike. I would have picked one of them up. I don't give a shit. But like I was just hooking people up with a ride because it was a company truck. But the guy I worked with, well, I worked with him, and then he became my boss, because he was friends with the owner. Um, he picked up one of these girls, and he, I didn't even know that this was a real thing. That guys, I mean, I guess I kind of knew, but I'm not like this. But I didn't know guys were that creepy. Where like he literally picked up a foreign girl and started driving and was like ass grass or gas. Like nobody rides for free. Which my buddy had a fucking bumper sticker that said that. And she was like, "Stop the car." And she just like immediately got out and started walking again. And I remember him telling me that, and I was like, damn, man, like, okay, A, it's bad enough that you did that, but B, you're gonna repeat it? Like, I would, if I ever did that, which I've never done, and I don't think I ever would, I don't think I would ever tell anybody about it. Especially getting rejected that hard. Like, the chick was like, just stop the car. And he pulled over and she got out. I want to smoke a bowl, but I don't want to pack one. Hmm. Man, I'll come up with something. I was thinking, shit, man. I should have bought the dog some treats. I just did. Like, a couple days ago. I bought him some. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to give them that. I bought him rawhide bones. I think I found out that you're not supposed to feed dogs rawhide bones, even though they make them for dogs. Um, but I did just get them some stuff. I try to make it a habit. Like, maybe not every week, but like every pay, which is every other week, I try to like just buy them things, like a toy, or I really like. I don't know where the hell any of those went. We had at least five of them. The I don't know. I guess they're like leg bones or whatever. That like the well, I guess a butcher shop. It's not ours. Um, like cut all the meat off the bone, but there's still like gristle and all kind of crap all over it, and there's marrow in the center of it and shit like that. I like getting those things for them, and they love those things. I bet they're all like under the couch because they have a tendency to like to knock shit under the couch. Damn it. I had another one of these ghost pepper ranch things. I've got one right there. That's one of the plans for a hot dog. Actually, that's one of the plans for that blackened chicken too. Peanut butter and some ghost pepper ranch. Oh, but that would go together pretty good. So, okay, so it's no secret that I love my blackened chicken and I like to eat it with peanut butter. But today, I wasn't even high. I got like Taylor. A person I work with hit my vape pen like I don't know how many fucking times, and I never even hit it. Although I did hit my bowl before I went to work. Well, it was like an hour before I went to work. Um, but it was just like this stoner moment that I had. Like I said, I wasn't smoking, but so I like my blackened chicken with my peanut butter. But I got the stoner idea. I was like, dude, what about a Reese's peanut butter cup? Like that'll add chocolate and peanut butter to the mix. And then I did tell her about it. She was like, try it. And I thought about it, and I was gonna do it. Oh shit, I forgot I was gonna do that too. Um, I thought about it, and I was like, screw it. Like, my jaw's already infected. Like, oh my god, it got so much bigger. Um, I don't think I need any chocolate. That being said, I I didn't do it, but I I really wanted a fucking chocolate frosty from Wendy's, but I was not gonna. I don't know. I was in such a hurry to just get home because I kind of thought this was gonna be the case, but I wasn't sure. And then when I got to work, I looked at the schedule, and I'm off tomorrow. So I just wanted to get home, like, as quick as possible. And I didn't get out of work until late, of course. It's been that way every single day, which is good because now I make more money, but, well, more than I should have made. But that's that, like, perfectionist. Well, I don't know if you call it OCD, perfectionist. I don't know. I'd like to call it perfectionist, but it's probably OCD. That I have only when I'm at work. Like at home, no. Like, I'm not OCD about anything. But at work, I want everything perfect before I leave. So, like, everything's conditioned, there's no holes, like, the floor's stocked, everything's put away. Um, Although, somebody didn't do it the last time I was off. Frozen came in, and so there was a bunch of fucking shit just sitting on a pallet. And I was like, fuck that, man. Like, they didn't put it away, I'm not putting it away. So I guess I went anti-OCD. But, like, even, like, when I put Frozen away, like, everything has a spot, like, where it goes. Like, all of this has to be together, and all of this has to be together, and, like, these ones all go over here. Like, I am, I guess OCD. I don't really, I don't know. I don't know, with the amount of people, like, since I came back, the amount of people that have, like, given me some sort of praise about what a good worker I am. I guess maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. Well, I used to say it when I was at the pizza shop. I guess it still applies. But, like, when I go to work, how do I sound, or how do I say this without sounding like a dipshit? Probably can't. Um, when I go to work, and I don't take a break. Like, everybody else takes breaks, like, oh, I've been here for like 2 hours, I'm gonna go, like, take a half-hour break. No, I'll have a cigarette break. And usually, like, my mind is so focused on the shit that I have to get done and how little time that I have, that I only smoke a half. And it's been like that for a couple weeks. It's kind of like how I can't sleep. Um, kind of. But anyway, I always say, like, when I go to work, I'm like a shark. Because sharks have to constantly swim or they die. They have to have the water going across their gills to, like, give them oxygen. And that's how I am. Like, I go into work and I start working and I don't stop fucking working till it's time to go home. But at the same time, it makes the day go by faster. Because you're just constantly working. Like, the only time you're not working is like, okay, I've been here a couple hours. I think I can go outside and have a cigarette. But like I said, I don't even smoke a whole cigarette because my mind is like, oh shit, I need to go grab some of them. Oh, I gotta go to the back. Oh shit, what's on the back table? Like, I'm constantly. Oh, but yeah, the thing about earlier with the tables, and then I ended up getting like a whole shitload of fucking crates. I got a bunch of crates for me, and then the manager came over, like the store manager, not my manager, and he wanted more crates. So I had to go back and get twice as many crates as I got the first time just for me and bring them out. And I fucking put out so much Valentine's shit today. Like, you name it. 2 bite brownies. Well, yeah, 2 bite brownies, 2 bite cupcakes, 2 bite cupcakes in 12 pack, 2 pack cupcakes in 24 pack. Like all this stupid fucking like sugar cookies and like all kind of crazy shit, man. But I put a whole shitload of stuff out there. I should have taken a picture of it because it was pretty impressive. And well, yeah, this is the kicker. I absolutely hate making chips. Like, it's one of the worst things that I have to do at my job. Like, I don't mind doing anything else. Like, I'll bake some fucking bread. I'll make some cookies. Like, I'll, like, slice you some fucking meat. Like, I'll put anything out on the floor. I'll do any of this shit. But the one thing I do not want to fucking do is make chips. And so, I wasn't on the fryer today. T was. And the boss asked her to make chips. But the funniest thing, I think it's funny, because I didn't have to make chips, was we have this, like, big rack. And it's double-sided. And we had chips on the top 2 shelves. But it's got like 5 shelves. And she told me to take all of the fucking Valentine's shit that I put out onto these fucking shelves off of it and then make T make more chips. Like, she was making chips the whole time I was there. I'll I'll say it on a live stream because I've already said it to every single one of my bosses. So it's not like it's a secret. But I love it when she has to do shit. Cuz she's that coworker that you work with that she's there for the paycheck and her friends work there. So the entire day she'll just disappear. Like, constantly. Like, I get it. She's going to smoke some of those times. But a lot of those times, she's just going into other departments and, like, doing their job. Which, where I work, that is a thing that you do. because they'll always be asking for help over here or over there or whatever. But well, actually, three departments, the meat department, the produce department, and the deli slash bakery, we don't go to other departments and like help with cashiering. Or like there's a a truck at the back door, like let's go help unload it. No. No, well, actually meat department I think they do. But a lot of the times that's some of their shit. But like deli, fuck no. Like nobody comes into our department to help us when we're shorthanded. So like we just kind of like have like a thing where we're just like, yeah, we're not going to that other department and like doing extra fucking work. Like we have our hands full as it is. Like I said, like I come into work, I start working. When stuff's done, that's normally about the time or a little after I was supposed to leave. But oh, I was gonna hit this. I guess there's something left in there. Although I claim to be a good worker, but my boss did tell me one thing that I didn't accomplish today. I actually feel kind of bad about it, but at the same time, when this shit was going down, I was like, fuck it, man. Like, I don't give a shit. I've been told whatever your schedule is, like, or I try to always be 5 minutes early because that's when I can punch in early. And when I worked there before, I was late a lot of fucking times. And now that I don't really sleep much, it's kind of easy to make it there on time. I always make sure I leave like at a quarter till. When it's a zero, I leave at a quarter till so that I can be there before 55, so I can punch in 5 minutes early. And I've been doing that the entire time I've been back. I think there was only one time I was late. But but I was told, like, when you're supposed to be off, you're supposed to be off. Now obviously if I was scheduled till 8, we close at 7. I can have that bitch shut down by 7:02. I've had it done at 6:58. But so in that case, I'll usually leave early. But in that case, I'm usually like fucking over it. Like I'm ready to go home. Um, but like today, I was only scheduled till 3, and I didn't punch out at 3. I was there like an extra 10 minutes or something like that. Um, oh, but I was there past my time, and I don't know. They've been sticklers about the goddamn hours lately. I was scheduled for like only 12 hours this week. 4 hours, 3 days. But then they added another day, which is cool. Um, oh, but she asked me to do chicken salad, and I was like, all right. Like, I don't give a shit, man. Like, I'll fucking do it. Not only that, but then you get to like, you're not allowed, but I'll sample some. You know, the shit that gets stuck to a glove that I'm about to throw away, kind of fucking shit. Like, I'm not like eating 2 pounds of fucking chicken salad. Like, I'm just like eating a couple pieces of chicken with some of the fucking stuff on it. Um, like little strands of chicken. I mean, um, so I like making chicken salad. Actually, that would have been fucking good. Chicken salad on a fucking hot dog, or chicken salad on chicken, blackened chicken. Um, but that was the one job I didn't get around to doing. She told me to make chicken salad, and then she asked me to like go get this table and all these crates and shit like that and put all this Valentine's shit out. So I did that, and that like wasted a lot of my fucking day. I really wish I would have taken a picture. Well, I don't wish. But that would have been funny if I would have taken a picture, because I would love to show off a picture of this fucking table. And all the crates in front of it, and like I filled the fucking crates, like I put shit on top of the crates, like there was so much fucking shit that I put out. Well, there was three, four, five, six, seven, eight. It was probably like 8 or 10 fucking crates or um, cases of shit. And most of the cases had 15 to 18 pieces in it. So, I'm not doing the math, but alright, that's definitely dead. Damn it. I want to pack another one, but at the same time, I kind of want to use the bubbler. Oh, and this fucking. I had the strawberry lemonade. So today, before I left, I grabbed raspberry lemonade. I already know this shit's gonna be fucking awesome. Because I'm a sucker for anything with a fruit in the title. Which, hmm, that shit's still gonna be good. I've got cantaloupe. Which it benefited the dogs. See, another treat. Um, but not me, because I was eating some of it, and I guess I put it on this phone box, and it slid off and spilled like half of all of it, and it's a big ass container. It's not like a little cup. It's like a pretty decent container, and it spilled like half of it onto the floor, and I was like, yeah, we're not gonna fucking eat that shit. So I fed it to the dogs, which they fucking loved. Well, they like any food, but I like giving them fruit because I think that's like, I don't know, healthy. Hmm. I don't know. That's like one of my two things that I love doing for my girls. Give them fruit, give them bones. I don't know. Or wait, no, I never bought her. Oh, I probably did. But the not the rawhide bones, but like the real like cow leg bones. I gave DB. That's why there's so many scattered around the house. I don't even know where the fuck they are now. I gave her a shitload of those. I would just, well, at that time I didn't work there, but I would always go there, and I don't know, every so many days I would just like buy another fucking like, well, one bone, I guess technically. With these girls, I gotta get two, but obviously because there's two. And I guess, wow, I'm still on my first beer. It's been 4 hours. And I still have a quarter of it left. Um, but I kind of get like what my mom, I don't know, do you say went through? Um, Having two kids. Like, well, I've got two kids with two D's. Um, but you always got to make everything equal. Like, well, yeah, I guess that was yesterday. I bought a chicken, no, a pork barbecue sandwich. And it's one of those ones that they're already cooked. You just throw them in the microwave, like unwrap the package so it can vent, throw it in the microwave for like 2 minutes, and eat. Well, like always, one's the one side um, of the bun was awesome. The barbecue was awesome. But the other side, like that bread got hard as a fucking rock. But I still gave it to my dogs. And they loved it. But I do that shit all the time. Because, I don't know. Especially with hot foods. It'll get, like, it takes so fucking long eating it that it gets cold. And B, I get bored with eating it. So I just give it to the dogs. But I don't think I could have done it earlier. But I'm gonna take a break for a second. I know I didn't play any. But I'm gonna take a break for a second. And I'm going to I was gonna say eat a hot dog, and then I was gonna say no, I'm gonna eat the chicken. Oh, that's an idea. Cause I've tried hot dogs with peanut butter, and that's pretty fucking good. But maybe I'll cook both. One hot dog and a fucking piece of chicken. And then I'll cut up a couple strips of chicken and put it on my fucking hot dog with my jalapenos. Maybe some mustard. I think I'm gonna do mustard, ketchup, mayo. Just to be weird. And if I'm gonna get wild, I'll put some pickles on top of it. But I think I'm gonna go do that right quick, like. Yeah, the cigarette's out anyway. But I'll be back in a few. I just wanna, like, eat something, because I haven't eaten. Well, definitely not today. Um. But yeah, ever since I got home, I've just been sitting here wanting to eat something, but I just didn't have. I don't want to say didn't have the motivation. I just wasn't feeling it. But anyway, I am right now. So I'm gonna go fucking eat some shit. I'm eating the living shit out of some stuff.